Good evening, YouTube. What the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage here. I'm going to be taking on Clodger, who's going to be bringing Crone Hellebron, and I'm going to try and give Crone Hellebron a beat down from the Beast Men on the Ashen Hall. So I've brought a Khazrak-focused ambush army since Khazrak was given the ability to vanguard deploy. Right off the bat, not exactly what I wanted here, because he deployed like right in front of where I was at. But I was like, whatever. I'm Beastmen. We don't retreat. We just straight up attack. Oh man, I should have gotten an attack order on these guys right here. Yeah, I've only got 4 units here, and they're going to get beat down pretty quickly. As I looked back on this battle, I realized that I probably should have retreated and then fully pincered this guy before having led the attack. So what I had over here was several gore herds, and they're going to get wrecked. And then on this side, I've got more gore herds, these ones with shields. And then in the back, I had a huge vanguard deploy of Centigores, but for some reason they're walking slowly towards the battle. Crone Hellebron got the curse. I put the curse on her. Let's see here. She's already got 9-10 kills. Good grief. Yeah, so she's dropping abilities everywhere, like this one here that increases weapon damage and melee attack by a bunch at the cost of maybe creating a rampage. And then over here, I'm going to start splitting up my vanguard forces in the back. These gore herds get a better engagement right off the bat. These Sisters of the Slaughter get singled out, so I'm going to slaughter them with Centigores. Gore herds, and I'm going to do the same thing over here. We're going to rear charge all these units while we take out Cold One Knights over here with the combination Centigores, Great Weapons, Centigores, and Chaos Warhounds with Poison, which are going to be extremely effective at that job. All the while, I'm trying to get some infantry damage done. There is a Beast Sorceress here as well. We cleaned up the Sisters of Slaughter, and I'm going to try and move over, and now my goal is to see if we can knock out pockets of Dark Elves. I'm going to use Doomflock and other... he's using Doomflock on me too, which his was much better than the one I used here, because he caught many of my units. And it was an extended duration one as well, so that hurt. Really, one of my biggest problems is going to be this Black Guard of Nagaron. That is going to be a very difficult unit to kill. And then over here, Khazrak's getting caught by Cold One Knights, but I've got some units free that can go assist him, and I'm going to have to start pulling together regrouped units. This is looking like a pretty difficult fight to win at this point. If we look at the abilities here coming off of the different Dark Elf units, let's see, Poison, the Cursed Blade. So the Cursed Blade is, oh jeez. So many of my infantry just like nearly died there. I don't know exactly what the Cursed Blade does. I'm gonna have to go take a look at it. I know that Indie Pride made a video saying that he thinks it's broken. I don't know what he meant by broken, like broken OP or broken doesn't work right. I have no idea. So I didn't know what to expect from Crone Hellebron, but when I look here, she's already got 104 kills and climbing. So I'm thinking she has some kind of aura about her that is just slowly killing units, potentially. I could be wrong, though. I don't know what she's doing to get so many kills, but she's getting them. So yeah, you can see all of my regrouping units just trying to pour in here, but she's going to use this Gaze of Cain here, which is going to effectively make her units extremely strong, if you look at it here. Gaze of Cain has already been used, this is twice now, and it's very powerful. It can berserk your units, but it's going to give them a ton more attack, and you can see that it's just absolutely wrecking me. Look here, the kills too on Crone Hellebron just jumping, so there's obviously some kind of passive that is killing my units that were around, so that's the only thing I can imagine that's making her kills jump like that, because she's just on foot. So she's clearly got a passive going on. The Doomflock, I'm going to drop that one. See if I can kill as many of these units as possible, but right now the battle's going against me, so I think maybe if I would have retreated at first and wait until we got a full pincer movement, and then we might have been able to be more effective here. It's hard to say, because retreating with the Cold One Dread Knights around may or may not have been possible. It looks like that his deployment just kind of saved him here. If he would have deployed further back, where my pincer would have been easier, probably could have caused considerably more damage here. You can see I'm cycling Khazrak and my Bray Shaman to try and get as much infantry damage as I can, but the leadership of my troops is going to be my biggest enemy at this point. We've got a decent number of troops left, enough to put up a solid fight, but it's just not going to be enough. The power bar's turning against us, the leadership was already dropping anyway, and then those Black Guard were were pretty painful. We managed to kill most all of his infantry, but with the Black Guard and both of his leaders left, we were obviously a little bit away from victory there. I think in the end it was a valiant defeat. It was close. It was fun. I gave him a heck of a fight, all things considered, because his army was relatively small and he had to deal with a ton of beastmen. But if we take a look at the stats screen here, Crone Hellebron, 238 kills. So clearly she's got some kind of passive that's racking up a ton of kills here. And I know some of you are probably screaming at the screen. You know what it is. That's okay. I'll go check it out. I haven't messed with her much yet because I've been focused on Alarielle and the dwarves and everything else. So I didn't know exactly what to expect from her, but now I obviously know that she looks like she's going to be quite good at tearing up small areas of melee blob, which is, I'm assuming, what fed her a bunch of kills. Now, obviously, I had a much bigger army. The kills were spread across it. He lost almost all of his army, as did I. So a fairly Pyrrhic battle there. But let's go check out Crone Hellebron here and take a look at the stats on her that may be leading to some of that. So if I go to a custom battle, switch over to Dark Elves, and here she is. I think it's probably one of these Curse Blade. Yeah, it's this one right here. It's the Curse Blade. So it says causes damage to combatants strong versus a single combatant. That's interesting. So it shouldn't be good against blobs. Strong versus a single combatant. Okay, let's look at other abilities. This is the rampage thing we saw, which it wouldn't explain why she gets a lot of kills. It could certainly explain why all the other units around her get a lot of kills. So Witch Brew, again, this one's similar thing just for herself. Heroic Killing Blow is not the cause of it. Blood Frenzy is just adding vigor to nearby units, so it's not that. So that's interesting. That is interesting. She was not on a Cauldron of Blood. She was just here on foot. Let's test this real quick. I just need a unit of Bleak Swords or two here. Let's throw a Night Gobbo War Boss and a bunch of boys in here. Let's just put this to a quick test and see what that Curse Blade does, because it says it's supposed to be strong versus a single combatant. I haven't gotten to go watch Andy Pride's video, so like I said, if some of you are screaming at it, just, that's okay. I'm going to figure this one out for myself. I'm kind of curious now that we had the battle how she got so many kills, because a Lord on foot is not going to get 238 kills like that unless there is some kind of magical passive that's causing the damage. It's just not going to happen. Unless they had, like, extremely broken splash damage. You can see she's anti-infantry, so we do expect her to get plenty of kills, but like I said, there would have to be, like, a big broken splash damage or something, maybe, to explain it, where she's getting huge splash damage. So there's only a few things in my mind that could be causing it. Let's try and pull in as many of these guys as we can. Let's hit play. The Curse Blade, yeah, see, it's a... Oh, they're going to use WA. That actually looked different. That's pretty cool. Let's use this Khazrak.
I offer blood.
Let's see. Just make sure we understand the Curse Blade. Constant around self. If you're losing in melee combat, it targets. It says combat even. Just keep using all the buffs and let's see what happens. She is in a blob and she is getting several kills per hit there, just from her splash damage, but I don't think she was in melee long enough for that to account for everything. She's still, she's winning combat though, so there's no Cursed Blade effect. And it says that that's good against, wow, she's racking up kills pretty quick though, 35. So I don't know. Let's see. If she stops winning the combat, it'll turn on the Cursed Blade, and we'll see what happens. That's just, that was the Witch Brew, I believe. Blood Frenzy is whipping up. That could be part of it too. Does she start getting more kills because of that? I mean, she's got 58 kills. She's clearly racking up a lot of kills when there's a lot of infantry around. That makes sense. She's got a bonus versus infantry. I want to see what happens when that Cursed Blade comes into play. Blood Frenzy's just adding to Vigor and Armor Piercing. So her damage is increasing over time. She's still winning the combat though, so it's not kicking on any Cursed Blade. So we'd have to put her in a position where she's winning. Right now it just looks like she's straight up owning. Yeah, I mean, look at that. When she throws a hit, man, look how many units die. So that could have very well been the case, I guess. That surprises me. I mean, she's just straight up owning in this melee blob, which kind of makes sense. That's where she's meant to fight. Give her this Gaze of Cain. Yeah, I guess that could have very well been it. Just so many beastmen around that she just owned. And then maybe that passive kicked in too, if she was losing combat. But right now, she's still winning. I mean, look at her. She's just beasting out several units of infantry. No real issue here. So I haven't even tested the Cursed Blade technically here. Wow, she is an extremely capable anti-infantry lord. It seems like this is where she's going to excel. What do you all think? If you've seen, I'll go watch Indie Pride's video after this. If you all have figured it out for yourself, leave some comments. Tell people what you've learned about Crone Hellebron. But yeah, I'm not exactly sure. But I mean, she is racking up a ton of kills. Like an absolute crap ton of kills. So very well could have just been from her melee prowess, because at this point there's no Cursed Blade. There's Murderous Mastery, all this other stuff going on, but no Cursed Blade. She's just owning because of her melee attack and damage and anti-infantry bonus. Interesting. Alright, good to know. Good to know. We'll know that about her in the future. Hope y'all enjoyed the battle. I figured you'd do a little Beastman ambush, regardless of whether it was fully successful. And then also I figured this would be a good excuse for us to take a look at Crone Hellebron, who, wow, don't get into melee with her if you got an infantry blob. Sure enough. Like I said, hadn't gotten to really mess with her yet, even though I had early access. I just had been messing with other units. So that one was certainly news to me. Wow, that was pretty impressive performance on her part. Good game to my opponent. It was fun. It was a close battle nonetheless, and Beastmen for life, right? I know there was no Gorebull in that Beastmen, so I'm sure that Gorebull wants to slay me. Oh, well, he says he's going to slay stream cheaters, but that probably means me too. Anyway, I will see you all soon. We'll be back with some more Total War Warhammer 2 online battles.